We are Tatsuhel. Today we'll go through a bunch of stuff really. I added a couple of other new topics. Let's just start off with what did you do last summer? And then from this we'll change it out to show you how to switch these words around. So this is what Eswally did back 2014. He did this before he finished his dissertation. So you'll see O in on these every time. And um, as he goes over his dissertation, it's no longer O. And if you it's a continuance of the story, then you use ah, right? And I'll show you how this breaks out. All right, so this goes into what did you do last summer, right? We all had the COVID stay home, but we could also alter this. Instead of past, we can add flu, right? And it will go next summer or future summer, right? Because you go from the past to the future. Flu is mentioned for future, and tu is definitely past tense. All right. So stop quads. Ahoy. All te. Tu pud hud ub or hlu pud hud ub. Right. Sorry. I'm not using this often enough for me to just say it quickly. Right. But so that's how that breaks out. And again, you can do it last summer or future summer. And if it is um, a continuing story, you'd use up, right? I worked. I worked and then I rested, right? In this case, off would be put here. Lush off. I went to work, I rested, and then I went to Bella Bella. But again, this part here, it's really whatever you want there. They use the wording for that for an instance that you could use your English word. All right. Lush af to twal Seattle. I traveled to Seattle by water, right? I traveled to anywhere by water. Um, Now, this would be particularly by water. Now, uh, oh, right? Oh, oh, ooh, oh, chud, twalty, bella bella. This means I traveled to Bella Bella without having the water by water. This just means I traveled. All right. Now, there's the two differences on that. One, it could be just traveling, or two, traveling by water, right? Let's correct that, right? So if you were just saying that you were traveling, you would use the other one that we had, oh, or oh, Chud, not just Chud. 12T, New Mexico, because there's no way we can get to New Mexico in traveling by water. I don't think. There might be a way to get there from a river, maybe. I don't know. This is a landlocked state. It has to be a landlocked state. Right. So this one is particularly by water, right? And then for camping reasons, chud. I went camping. Now, because I used the wording for camping as well as hotel camping, you could use this as you stayed in a hotel, but you'd want to be more specific in your wording. If you're going to say a hotel, then you would say like T Pete Alt Alt. No, it'd have to be T and then hotel name. Right? I don't know. I don't know. Just I went climbing or camping, hiking. No, this is hiking, not camping. It's difference, James. Duh. Say what? All right, this is just I went hiking and climbing, right? Not camping. Uh, Camping would be something different. We went over that with the um I went, right? And then all right, can we hold? I'll be right back. All right. Well, hi. Um. So we have what did you do last summer? Done. Well, let's just close that window. Oh, yeah, let's save that. And then let's go into something we've known or we have done thus far. Sleedoop. That's floor. Saf suit. Saf yacht. Chada suit. And again, when you have your saf suit and you're using the broom, you just say chada suit. And if you can't say chada suit, just try to do your best of suit, right? And then that's just trying your best to do that and to try to get the pile going. All right, you got this. Zahadaafchati. I moved the chair. Right? Who has a chair in the bedroom? I don't. I don't know. You can just move the clothes. Whatever you do there, just say Zahadaafchati. Right? While you're moving it. Quadada chud yuf zahadafti uh lalabats. Right? I picked up and I moved my clothes. Right? Right. Quadada chud yuf zahati lalabats. Right? I picked up and I moved my clothes. Right? Clothes got bad in there. All right. If we suit auf chud puck up t cheat ill. Right? I swept and I piled the dirt. Quadrada chud ti suf yut. Chudda ihwi suit ti cheat quill alta suf yut. Hoi chudda o ihwi ti cheat ugwill alta pat at olch. Ihwi suit of chud alta Pete alt. La ashaf chud ti suf ihwi suit uta suf yut. Hoy chud. Right? Just keep practicing it. Keep practicing. As you can hear, I got a little bit better with that. Right? Yeah. And then let's do with you do see. All right, here's some other fun ones. This is fun. Again, this is right around the time S. Willie got his doctoral dissertation. Wasn't quite passed yet, but it looks like he did change the O in most cases. Well, because that is in a different category, I'm going to leave that just because it's Tuesday. All right, so stop quis uthid quads hot ha ha hot. Right, hot. All right. So stop quis uthid quads hot. Yeah. What foods do you like? Right. Stop quads hot. Do you like? So this is the part where as the person who asks the question will say more than the person who answers the question. So stab quas hat. Bayats o biats o. And remember when I said o said in the back of the sentence means a question mark. So he has Açda esvli Açda esvli. Punctuation mark is off. Uh-oh. Punctuation mark is off. Eh? Oh, punctuation is off. Açda esvli. Okay, so punctuation marks in Lushootseed is the exact same punctuation marks except for um, we got periods and question marks, right? Yeah, because the quotations are said in a Lushootseed. So in this case, in instance of the instances we are here, let's correct that to show that we're asking a question, right? Oh, so as you can say, O is this, psh, right? Equal to, right? Yes, these two are equal. Psh, psh, right, right. All right. So meat, question mark, meat, maybe? You like meat? I like meat. Eh, hot chud. I like meat. Hot. That is an interesting thing because hot means a couple of different things. All right. It's not just I like, right? Now, it is I like. In this instance, we will use it as this term, right? But if you use it differently, it comes out with a different meaning. So, um, just the same concept. Uh, see. All right. So if I were to say seed chikwas, so seed chikwas, I mean this will translate into I love my wife or I have desires for my wife, right? That's what this turns into. The term of along the lines of like, but the desires and yearnings of for your wife, right? So more in depth than just love, right? But we would use this as that. Now, o shabitsi chud, that one is I have compassion for you, right? Um, I can say that to everybody because it doesn't mean love, right? It means compassion. So, chat seed chagwas, right? That translates into I love my wife. I love her dear in my heart, right? That's the chat part. Now the chagwas is wife. Teed, seed chagwas is my wife, right? So it translates to desire my possessive wife, right? Kinda. I mean, period would work, right? or I love my wife. I'd use it, you know. But we have that term there. It's hot, right? We love it, right? We want it. We have cravings for it. That's how that hot comes into play. We have cravings, we have desires, we want that thing. So you could say pizza oh, right? And it will still ring true. You can say, hey, hot pizza, right? I like pizza. I have cravings for pizza, right? Okay, that's it's just weird. All right, so we flatten that out a little bit. It's not so whoosh, all over the place, or did we make it just whoosh, all over the place? Comment me. I would really like a comment. So if we start a conversation, I ask you if you like meat, and then and you can say, "Hey, I like it." Hey, hot chud, right? I like it. Then I'd ask the question, uh, "Squola said oh," and then you would say, "Hey, hot chud," right? And then Zabid oh again. What you know, Esbly? I'd be like Zabid oh, and you'd be like, "Wait, wait, Queeds, hot." I don't like it. No, no, I don't like it. What that turns out to be, right? And I'll eat it. I eat vegetables. I don't like vegetables. I will eat vegetables. Stab quis acid quads hot. What foods do you like? So I'll be like stab quis acid quids hot. And then you can be like hot chud tea chicken, hot chud tea pizza, hot chud tea chai dolly said, right? Just because we got the word there. I got the word. Just the word. I like chicken. I like chicken. I like Chinese food. I like pizza. You know that that kind of stuff. Or you were like wheat quads hot tea. I don't like. What don't I like? Greek. I don't like Greek. Wheat quads hot tea Greek acid. I don't like Greek food. I mean, I can stand to eat a lot of the Greek food. I cannot eat all the Greek food. Right? There's a lot. Now, because I left it there, right? Started a new conversation on what did we like to what we don't like, right? I detest zil chud tea. Uh, there's not a lot of foods I dislike, all right? I mean, I could use Greek, but I already used that. I will eat it. So it's just one of those weird gray areas for me. Mm, okay. Now I know what I can put here. Let's get it. It might. get grumpy people, but just what I dislike, right? Is oh za zil il oh zil eed oh zillied chud t uh huitla biats. I don't like fake meat. There is people who really like fake meat, right? There's the Impossible Whopper now, and then they got those fake bacon, and they got the stuff that's not meat but meat. I tried it out. I can't eat it. It's just ugh. It just hits my stomach wrong. I need meat. I'm a carnivore. I swear I am. It's okay. We all have what we like and dislike. So big take we Jed to Eswali. Although there's a really good at what he does. Just some minor little things, right? Just minor little things, and it is perfect, right? Because we can all use this perfection. Oh, don't forget to close the window. Say what? Say what? There's the thing with whoop-doos. Uh, do you like? Oh, there it is. What food do you like? All right, now let's go with what did you do last today? I don't know. It makes sense once you get to know it. What did you do today? All right. Stop quads ahoy alti slachel. All right. Now, because we are northern dialect, um, we add this T right? T to the language. It can be as short as T. Now, it depends on your use of the language, right? You can shorten it. It doesn't have to be Tia. It's just people in the northern dialect really like adding to the Tia to the T. So it becomes into Tia, right? But you can totally cut that off if you so choose and shorten it by that little sound. Right? Stop quads ahoy all T slachel. Choices, man. You got choices. What did you do today? So stop quads ahoy all Tia slachel. Oh, and you start off with one O, right? Esplee in his dissertation did say you just start off with one O, and then kind of delete them and add off, off. Oh, right. Oh, oh, Chida, Esplee. You see it? Do you see it? Typo. It's a typo. Right. One of these things do not belong. Trust me, I've done this thing a lot myself. I mean, it's a we're human. We are human. Right. All right. So Stop quads o asl al tia sachil. O Tala will chud. Right. So again, this is the northern southern dialect. Um, there is nothing for difference between Talawil, but when we get down to it, I'll show you where it might be. Asled af chud uta suplel. Right, I went for a run. I ate some suplel, and then I went to work. Yayus il o chud. Right, il ush iluf in order to go in order to work, right? I'm going to go in somewhere in the order to work. Chud. Awesome. So this is definitely 12 Lushootseed, the bead of Chud. Now, again, 12 Lushootseed bead is the exact same as the Lushootseed bead, right? Or doof Lushootseed bead. So this is southern Lushootseed, and there's only some minor changes. Doof. La shoot seed. Uh uh bead off. Chud. Right? Doof shoots seed bead off. So doof shoots seed bead is definitely northern shoot seed. Twelve shoot seed. The bead is definitely southern Lushootseed. Northern sun. Okay, fine. I'm not that funny. It's okay. Oh, northern, southern. Um, I'm a little bit of both. How all off chud uta ah. I wrote a lot. So as you can see just right there, right, right there. There's a double all, right? All, ik off, chud, ata ka, right? Now, ka also means a lot, also, but you have the multiply. Right here. This is the multiply. Psh, big O times, right? Times. That means you wrote. You wrote. Double wrote. Doubles the wrote. Wrote and wrote and wrote a lot. I wrote and wrote a lot. But because that's not an English term or an English use thing, right? It's yeah, it's fine. Quabidaf chud t is pie ta apples. Right? I made an apple pie. So quabidaf. I made quabidaf teed Pete. Remember? I fixed the bed, right? I made the bed. Mm-hmm. Quabidaf chud sloot. I made the soup, right? Quabita chud te suplel. I made the bread. Yep. Pie. To apples. Apple pie. The Yoda speech. See, that definitely is the Yoda speech. Pie. Apple. Pineapple. I made the pineapple. Right? It's just kind of goes this way and that way and this way and that way with the conversation. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. So, yeah, let's do this one next. Just because we are people who like talking, and we are talking people. All right, gwat. See, there's a new term here instead of stop, right? It's gwat. 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 Wait, let's stop. Right? Stop is what? Right? Yeah, gwat is who. So in the language, we have little things that you just gotta listen to figure out if it's a person, a what, or a place, right? Or where, who, where, and thing. Yes, we'll use the word thing. And we have those little markers there for the language. Now, this is definitely Southern Lushootseed. If you remember, I have another book on this, but he has some other information I want to go over with you about this. Guat quads oh ho bead. Right? Who did you talk to? I'll be like, Guat quads oh ho bead. And in the southern Lushootseed or northern Lushootseed, you would say Guat quads o guada guad bead, right? And he does use Altiat Sachel. O ho bead chud ti John. Now, here is the part where I like the adaptation to what I have. Stab quis o suits. So, Guat quads o ho bead all tiatsachel. O ho bead chud ti John. Stab quis o suits. Right? It's next level stuff, man. Uschid quad suit. Uschid quads suit. Right? Uschal quads suit. Right? How do you say? Guat quads o ho bead all t to dok estat. Who did you talk to yesterday? O ho ho be chud see Molly. O goda gwed bead chud see Molly. Right? Stab qui o suits. What did he or she say? As head quad suit. As child quad suit. So suit is part of the word for say. Should say suit off. See Molly. Molly said this. Suit off. Uh, T. John. John said this. Right? Yeah. I, I don't know. something something interesting. Just thoughts. All right. Okay. Are you all filled up? Can you handle some more? I think we should call it for the day. There was a lot of information there, especially a lot of new information. I don't want to overwhelm you too much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, do the thing, right? Do the thing. If you guys need anything, uh, message me, contact me some way. I can help you out. We can have conversations. And we can set up time for more classes. What works best with you guys in the coming months? I'm looking at April, like 5th start date, right? So what works best for you guys from April 5th to about June something? June? It's coming up that time of year, bud. Here we go. April 5th, maybe. 1, 2, 3, about June 18th-ish. Maybe June 11th. Depending on how circumstances go, right? So June 5th through about June something, right? Think of days, think of times. I could do most likely be able to do Monday through Friday, an hour long, depending on what you guys are able to attend. Uh, whether 3:30 worked best for you guys, or was it early in the morning, or did you guys really like the ones after lunch? Right? Um, think about it. We got a little bit of time before I have to send out the notifications for next semester and get everything all set up. So think about a good times between here and then. I'll try to get everything all finalized by next week sometime so I can have come back the 19th, I guess, 18th, and then we'll figure it out from there. All right. Oi.